Howdy, howdy, and how do you do? And welcome back to Peglin Crucible 8 is what we're on. You receive no starting gold, and battle provides less gold. Now we're becoming poorer and poorer, but we're going to grab the refill buster because that's my favorite relic. But I hope you're all having a wonderful day thus far. Sorry if it sounds like I'm tired. I was doing laundry, fell asleep, and I woke up, and now here we are. This is my resting point for the day. I decided, you know what? I still have one load of laundry left to do. It's in the dryer, and I think it might just remain in the dryer for the time being. I'm a little tired. I kind of want to just decompress, play some Peglin, talk with you all for a bit, and then go to bed. That's my plan for this evening. I hope it fits well with your schedules as well. I think we want the morbid orb. I fancy a little bit of morbid orb. I kind of forgot we have the sphere since we're playing Balladin. There's something that I came to the realization of here recently, and it was as of last night that I realized. I'm almost a decade out of school, like high school, I should say. So, like, I graduated high school in 2014, and it's almost time for our, 10-year reunion. I assume that is a thing. I could be wrong. I have not heard, well, granted, I still have a whole nother year for it, but I haven't really heard anything about a reunion. My brother should have had a reunion this year, and I don't believe he even heard anything of a reunion. So I wonder if my school doesn't do it, but I was kind of looking forward to having a reunion. I know a lot of people complain about it, and I mean, I didn't talk to like a lot of people in high school by any means, but I am genuinely curious to see how everyone's doing, see faces that I haven't seen in many years. I don't know if it's just me being nosy, which very well could be the case. I'm not going to deny it by any means. I probably am a little bit nosy just to see what people are up to, what are they doing. But so it's going to be a little sad for it, but I'm hoping my wife, her reunions, she's 2 years, she graduated 2 years after I did, 2016, I think. So, and her school seems to make it a point to have a reunion. So I'm thinking that is going to be my only shot of having a reunion. She went to school like 300 miles away from where I went to school, so I would have no idea anyone that would be at hers. But I think it's the idea of like people that haven't seen each other in years coming together. Do you think I bet some of them wouldn't even know that I didn't go to school with them. They would just assume I'm a guy they never talked to. And that is what excites me. That is what I want. I want to just sit there, be a fly on the wall, and just listen and watch. Is it too much to ask for? Just to be that person that's watching all these people, trying to reconnect, trying to make the awkward silence of not ever talking to each other for the last decade of their lives, and trying to, I guess, rekindle that flame. If that's the right way to say it. That's not quite. Rekindle the flame sounds a little bit more romantic. So maybe that's not the proper way of saying that, but you get what I mean. Trying to reconnect. Trying to make that small talk. Oh, I love people watching, and who wouldn't love to people watch at a 10-year high school reunion or any high school reunions? Oh, you see them on the movies all the time. And I went to a small town high school. So we all kind of knew each other, and our class president already came out and said he has no plans to actually plan a reunion. So I don't really have high hopes that we're actually going to have a reunion unless some other person steps up and does it. Now you could say, hey Cam, why don't you go step up and do it? I wanted to go. It doesn't matter. Right, it takes us the same way. I'll take a bomb baton. It doesn't hurt anything. Why don't you step up and plan? Well, because you have to pay out of pocket too, and I'm not about to pay out of pocket just to see a bunch of people that I haven't conversed with in many, many years. Which I guess that I wanting someone else to do that, someone else to worry about it. I would rather remove, I like my morbid orb, but I don't like all the stones that we have, so I think I'll remove all orbs. Not a big fan of having all those stones and they just kept coming and they won't stop coming. Something, then they hit the ground running. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? I don't know if I even said that right. Oh, I haven't heard that song since old Shreky times. If you ever watched Shrek, you would know exactly what song I was singing. But if you haven't watched Shrek, you're missing out on a whole new world. Let me open your eyes to the world of Shrek. I would highly recommend rewatching Shrek if you haven't already. Since you've grown up, since Shrek is quite a... What is that? Did they change it? That's a new animation. I mean, new like artwork. Attacks all enemies. Echo 30 though. You do interest me. Chains and whips excite me. Maybe we do try you. I know buying you, but we can still upgrade you and be fine. The Ouroboros is enough to carry us. We just need a piercing relic, which doesn't look like we're going to get a piercing relic, but that's okay. We have the Ek Orb that should be able to do decent amount of work and damage. You're gonna come around. We're gonna do decent amount of damage to you. I have a feeling. Yeah, that's 164 is not bad by any means. Is it great? No. But is it bad? Not in the slightest. Oh, that's so bad. Well, you actually missed the bomb, so one of these days we're gonna hit this refresh and all's hunky-dory. Boom. Oh, and we had refresh shift too. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's all coming together. How much damage will you do? It doesn't really tell me how much damage you would do, which is kind of sad. He's like, I was skipping you, we would have lost health. And then you offer some Matryoshka on top of it. A level 2 Matryoshka? How do we say no? How do we say no to a level 2 Matryoshka? We just upgrade the Matryoshka? And a defresh potion? We don't have another refresh. We don't have a way to refresh. Defresh potion would be so strong right now. No. We only have one refresh. So we won't have a boss relic. We don't need a boss relic to beat Crucible 8. I can't imagine. It's not going to be that difficult of a fight. We have multiple bombs. We just took out everything here. Then we took out a shield. Now you're going to pop off. You're starting with a 93. You're starting... That's Ek Orb. Okay. So that's Ek Orb 50 doing 75. So that means our Echo 50 does 75 damage here. So what will an Echo 30 do? Like nothing, right? What's this cookie clicker? A lot of people have been playing cookie clicker by the looks of it. Is it something I should look into? Is it a roguelike by any means? Is it fun by any means? Is it actually reasonable to play by any means? What happens if I go 60s? Not bad. Maybe we do Echo Orb 60. We do want the basic fight so that we can get more Monet. So let me know what your thoughts on high school reunions are. Because I'm trying to convince my wife to go to hers. Ow, that was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. I watched the Tetris movie, the other day as well. It wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty interesting. I didn't know everything that it took for Tetris. And they talked a little bit about the target market for Tetris itself, the game Tetris itself, and it fit so perfect. It reminded me of back whenever I was a kid. We'd go over to my great-grandfather's house, and when we would go over there, he would always challenge my dad to Tetris on the old Nintendo. And of course, my brother and I, we didn't care much for Tetris whatsoever. Tetris was an okay game, but we were kids. We wanted to play the Super Marios. We wanted to play those games a little bit more action-packed, a little bit more, well, I guess it didn't matter what I hit there. A little bit more child-friendly, less mind-dependent games like Tetris. Tetris always gave me anxiety. Always gave me anxiety trying to do it properly. And then I go over to my wife's family's house, and they have a little board game, Tetris board game. It's not called Tetris, but it's similar ways of Tetris where you have to fill these, you get offered a block and you have to fill it, fill the board, and you have to fill it up as perfect as you can, but you can only do it one block at a time. And so you got to really plan ahead on how you're wanting to do this. And I tell you what, I did so bad at it, and I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed how bad I did. 55. Should do enough damage here. We aren't doing much damage. Do we have any pierce? Oh, it's the wall, so we should be fine. Retrospectively, we should be fine. I think I'd rather have refreshing punch instead of wall chicken. Yeah, wall chicken gives us more HP, but we have grinding monstera, which will give us max HP. Decoy orb, wouldn't it be mad if we got some pierce? I am a little sad that we got this fight here, because this is a very sad fight to have. We're going to lose a lot of health here no matter what. Not really any way to avoid losing a lot of health here. Just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know? Decent bomb hits though. And I say we refresh you, go on our merry wayward son, and we do a lot of damage here. Decent, and then you'll do decent amount of damage here. We don't need to hit the refresh though. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Now you're gonna pop off, hit a couple bombs, hit a refresh on your way out. That's a great echo chamber to have, or echo starting point, 105. Now we should be fine. And we have almost all the gold off that map. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way it played out. Kind of want to just heal here. You don't need to remove an orb. You might actually be pretty good against the wall. I say we do that. just for having the wall as a fight. We have two crits. That will help with base damage. That just helps with blind and generals. Nice. Don't need ambidextrary. Good. We have a small deck, so you're probably very good too, but I also don't want to overpower our crit, so maybe we just do Muse Circle here. Call it good. We do want this question mark. We do want to kind of push that left side. We don't have money for this chop. I don't want to do you. I think the elite fight's going to give us the most, because it'll give us more max HP, which we don't need max HP for this final boss, to be fair. Be quite frank with you. So do you think what is it? Like reunions, high school reunions are like a dying thing. And I know a lot of our viewers aren't from the US. Let me know if you guys ever partook in like, or if you guys have, have reunions. I don't know why my brain's not working. Probably because I took a nap and now it's tired and exhausted. It is what it is. I'm going to continue the grind. Let me know if it is a dying thing, because it feels like it's less and less, but you see it in movies all the time, and I think that's what I'm holding on to. I'm holding on to the thought and the things I've seen in movies in regards to this topic. Little reunions. It's kind of sad that I have that in my head and I don't think it's accurate. It makes me sad. I don't know why I spent money on healing there. It's because it's this boss. It's this fight right here, that's why. What an annoying fight that we have to do again. Don't hit a crit. Oh, you at least took out the... You at least took out the shield, and I appreciate you for that. Took out almost all the range units. We just need to get that refresh there. Boom. This refresh, please. Now pop off. You need to have a really good final attack. We need to start building up some damage here. You're an 8/8, so technically crits don't help in any way, shape, or form. They don't hurt, they don't help. You're doing 269. I think this Echo Orb would be better if it did like 150 Echo instead of just 100 Echo. Because it's duplicating what we had the last fight. So it'll only do 200 and some odd attack points. It won't do more than that. Well, maybe more than that's going to be a little overpowered, so maybe they're on to something. What is that? Mask of Sorrow. When applying negative status effects to an enemy, increase the amount of... Oh, we don't have any negative status effects, but we also have never used that relic, so now we have it unlocked, which is nice. Say we could go over here. Get that echo very high. Don't hit the... Oh, you hit the refresh. Now you're still alive. You're still alive. You two are still alive. I watched and now it's gonna sound like I just sat around and watched movies all weekend, but that's kind of what I did. I watched oh, what was it? It was The Cable Guy with Jim Carrey. Dang, that movie is... I always remembered it as a comedy. That movie is not a comedy. It's kind of like a horror, like not a horror film by any means, but it's like it's not what I remember. Jim Carrey's character is not like a comedian funny character. He is definitely a creepy character that makes life miserable for people around him, and I kind of did not remember that aspect. I just thought He was a lonely guy that wanted a friend, and it was going to be suspenseful, and in the end, they're going to be friends. But no, it's not. So if you had a similar conception or perception of the Cable Guy, Jim Carrey's The Cable Guy, then I highly suggest you go rewatch it because it is a totally different breed. Are we gonna lose here? We might. With these throws, we might actually lose, which is quite sad because you're not gonna do 400 damage. You gotta do 400. You gotta do 400. You gotta do 400. You did it. Thank you. Oh my lord. If we lost there, I would have been so sad. I didn't think we're doing that bad, but not having an extra boss relic kind of sucks. Not having a good refresh kind of sucks. We can't even negatively affect that boss, so that relic's kind of useless. The Mask of Sorrow. Mask of Sorrow just doesn't seem that good in my professional opinion, but all in all, we will move on. We'll accept our fate. The Echo Orb still does not seem that impressive, even though they got new artwork for it. It might have its place somewhere in this game, but in my decks, I have not found a proper spot for it. It's just missing a certain epitome to it. Is that a real word? I don't know. I'm gonna accept it as a real word. Well, tell me otherwise. Tell me if it's not a word. Epitome. Epitome. I don't have my phone, so I can't really check. We don't have any bulwark. Dumbbell. I just don't want more dumbbell. But we'll add some blind. We'll add some dumbbell, I suppose. We don't need you. We don't have any stones. We don't want to remove our orbs just because at this point, what's the point of getting rid of the Echo Orb? Echo Orb's not bad. It just doesn't do much damage. You know? Another shop. Another shop with garbage stuff. It maybe wants us to get rid of that Echo Orb. If we get another shop right here in this question mark, we're getting rid of the Echo Orb. Nope. Okay, we're keeping the Echo Orb for the time being at least. Are we going to do enough damage here? Well, we're going to do enough blind at least. Because we're doubling the amount of blind we're doing. We're doing 15 blind because of that mask. I would very much like to make it all the way up to this refresh. I'd very much like to get to that refresh there, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, I would love to get to that. Well, I'm gonna throw the same spot until we hit that refresh. And I'm hoping you would miss one of your, there you go. I guess you've missed before. We're gonna continue on. Ooh, recombobulator. That's dangerous for the red bombs though. But we're taking it. Fun fact, we are taking it. We're gonna hit the shop because we can buy another relic. Stones? What garbage relics? Those were all garbage. We want to go right. Because if we go right, there's a lot of question marks, which question marks could pan out pretty well for us. The nearest orb, dang. Because what if it starts with 2 Echo Orbs? Oh, man. It fortunately did not. Did you see what it just did? The pumpkin pie is so hit and miss. I tell you, Schwat. See that? It just goes vertical so much. I just don't think it's worth it. Self-damage. I'd rather take the heals. We're gonna keep pushing right. That's pointless. Well, I guess we'll start with 5 bulwark instead, right? Yeah, we'll start with 5 instead of 4. And you do, well, we lose health anyway. Nothing really we can do about that. Perfect amount of damage. You know why? Because we are going to take a little bit of a hit here. But you're going to do plenty of damage. Take everything out. Beautiful. Now we're going to take the healing and I head straight down. That puts us at 82 max HP. I think I'd rather take our max HP that we have right now. Is going to be a little bit more helpful with red bombs, especially with the red bombs refreshing every time. Makes a little bit more sense. Tomalos Fleece is fine, I suppose. Actually, it's not good at all. Because all of our... Yeah, it's not good. But we grabbed it. Keep it going. Because you know what this is gonna do? Pop you off a little bit. Then you're gonna pop off too? I'm pretty sure I can just throw straight down and we're good. Well, you hit a red bomb, so that sucks. Why are you a 7-8 now? Does it hurt us? Does Crit Somalos Fleece hurt us now? I'm almost thinking it hurts us. Which is very annoying, if that's the case. I do like how you're just going over it like a corn cob. Well, now you're no longer going at it like a corn cob. Straight into that guy. He turned a bomb into... Yeah, why was our crit so low? Oh, we're at least applying some blindage. That's sad. You didn't hit the refresh? Are you kidding me? We did no damage. You're doing 34 damage? Oh my lord. Decent amount of damage. %35 damage. That's all we've done. You're still alive? And I think we're gonna win here. There is a lot of red bombs, but I think we'll survive through them. Unless you hit this pumpkin pie and then start destroying every single red bomb on this map. We almost lost because of the pumpkin pie. But thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, let me know your thoughts on reunions if you guys had one or if you have one coming up, or maybe you're many, many years away from having a reunion. But either way, thank you so much, and I look forward to talking with you all later. Bye-bye.